How are we going, boys? Yes, we have this band name. Aorlhac. Aorlhac. There you go. It still sounds strange. I suppose in a French accent it might make more sense. Aorlhac. Aorlhac. And the album, of course, is L'Esprit de Vente. No, I know that's Italian. I get it. They're French. Just I'm terrible with accents. Deal with it. But yes, they are from France, seemingly, right? Yet I would argue that this band is from some wintry abyss of hell where they just so happen to speak French, or even scream French, rather. I mean, let me tell you, boys, I've been craving wintry black metal recently, and this satiated that desire like a glove fits onto, well, a hand. I mean, fucking, it's not like gloves go on feet now, is it? Crucially for me though, unlike so many other extreme metal bands out there, the vocals here actually sound unique and powerful. Like, holy fuck, this dude sounds like he's being tortured at almost every point in this album here. Like his head is being clamped in a vice. His vocals are most notable on the finishes of many tracks where they're utilized to bring forth climactic energy, such as on La Frotte de Touchen or Infâme sur le monde, where his throaty howling screams birth sheer walls of emotion that most black metal vocalists could only wish they could evoke. It's just pure insanity. It's pure goosebumps. I can't turn enough praises towards these vocals here and how they consistently make the climax of every song here hit as hard as fucking hammered nails, boys. Instrumentally, the band exercises an inordinate amount of tempo changes from considered gallops to a war of adrenaline-jacked blast beat rhythms. Their songs, therefore, thrive on a sense of purpose and progression. They never stick to one groove. The instrumentation never gets stale. Every song is a journey, so fast and ever-changing that you can barely pull apart and unpack each musical phrase before it transitions into the next one. And it isn't just the fact that there are so many transitions, there are also variations in every groove, almost never revisiting the same motifs, but working in more empowered renditions of new ones to bolster, especially the ends of their tracks, to make you feel like you're almost climbing a summit of a mountain. It just gives every groove here a distinctive, unique, cutting edge. Like fucking... So yes, ultimately it is the attention to detail, the layering of the instruments, and the technicality that makes this album rich and fascinating to unpack and enjoy, like a suitcase filled with cheesecakes. That was a good one, actually. The leads are also consistently melodic and on many occasions infectious with their sprawling tremolo, picked guitar expressions and melodic riffs, which are both very necessary elements as the melodies don't exactly come from the vocals in a conventional manner, at least. Not to mention the solos on this album are fucking insanely beautiful technical displays of just fucking incredible whenever they drop themselves into a track, boys. And yeah, bloody just makes me want to rustle up a hot chocolate and just sip it to this wintry shit. Tell you what, fuck. This album in so many ways reminds me of so many classics in the subgenre like In the Night Side Eclipse or Storm of the Light's Bane, which is nothing but a good thing. And bloody Frenchie's getting on it. Yes, boys, I swear the vocals here are reminiscent almost of Gojira sometimes in just how powerful they are. And speaking of vocal stylization, there are also a few moments of death growls on the start and ending of La Procession de Trespasse. I'll try a French pronunciation here, actually. La Procession de Trespasse. French accents! French language! There is also this maniacal cackling at the start of Madrin l'Enfant Perdu, which I enjoyed for what it was worth as well. And yes, that cackling song, Madrin, sorry, I'm just gonna call it Mandarin. Fucking hell. Mandarin here also features a refreshing, groovier, slower tempo throughout the first third of the track before the familiar re-emergence of black metal blast beat drumming, insane fills, and tremolo pick guitars just burst through the middle of the song. And then there is this insane, crisp, melodic shredding solo that highlights the back end here. Fuck! It is a fucking highlight on this album amongst many, amongst millions. And let's not forget about the drummer here either. He's going fucking bunter on every track. He is a fucking wizard, Harry. I can't get over how crazy and insane his fills are. It must be a bitch to transcribe. Now, in terms of production, I just fucking love it. It's almost reminiscent of those lo-fi old school black metal records like I was saying before, especially with the tonal layering of the leads. It's just so wintry, so windswept and jagged, just so good all in all. All in all. My only major complaints here are the lack of diversity in sounds, textures, and song structures, yet otherwise this is just a masterful display of technical, melodic, black metal, at times reaching the very heights of the genre itself. However, I would argue that there are not enough variations in the atmospheric breaks and noise, as the length of the album and all of the jam-packed, busy instrumentation can make you feel exhausted just by the sheer weight of it all. To be fair though, there is some thought at least put into the diversity of textures, like on Infame sur le monde. Sorry, Infame sur le monde. Fuck! Italian accent, get out of my head. Which is a song that features these cavernous choral elements in the backdrop. Further still, 5.5 minutes into that track, there are these sort of dusty violin-esque strings that foreshadow the hail-quilted jagged riff that ensues straight after. Or in 1802, 1869, where the vocals almost sound like they're being projected through a distorted megaphone at one stage. Or even in the closer with the swelling of the tides and the atmospheric acoustic strumming. Nonetheless, I would just say that there isn't quite enough there. And so on finishing this album review, I'm gonna give this a fucking cheeky 4. This is always difficult when you've got decimal places. 4.2. Done. 4.2 out of 5. Really, really love this. This was just superb. Very, very fun as well. And again, the vocals just made this unique for me as well. Just again, I seemingly love French death metal bands, because with this vocal growling, I just don't expect for such a beautiful, harmonious language to just disgorge itself and just go, you know, with these fucking styles of death metal. But it makes sense and it's just perfect here. So fantastic talent scattered throughout this album, and not to mention the historical narrative behind it, which I can't quite unpack because obviously it's all in French, but I'm sure we can all appreciate the concept here. In any case, boys, hope you had fun. I had fun, as I always do. I'm just gonna... Anyway, boys, I hope you had fun. I always have fun. If you're new, subscribe, like, comment, eat pistachios. All helps the channel grow. You know how it is, boys. And yeah, I just appreciate all of you. And yeah, this was fun. Great album. Highly recommended. Just enjoy yourself, alright? Gotcha!